I want to say a public thank you to some pretty special people. And those pretty special people are you guys. I want to say thank you to you guys so much. I feel in some ways a little bit guilty because I feel like I've got so much more out of this than you guys have. I feel like because the value that you guys have added, not just to my life, but to my life in every area, is insane. Like when I started this channel, I was depressed, you guys. I was so depressed, right? I was so depressed, and this was the only thing I would do. Like literally is the only thing I would bother with during the day, other than whatever obviously I have to do, #adulting, is get ready for my videos and make my videos. And like the feeling of making the videos as I was getting to know you all and as time was going on, it was like literally it's been my slice of heaven while I feel like I've been going through hell in a lot of ways. It is literally like a slice of heaven. Like every time that I'm talking to you guys on the camera, every time I'm like reading you guys' comments, I'm like seeing you guys are still here, like still here. I'm like when I see some of you guys, obviously you don't always comment, which I don't always comment. To be honest, I struggle to comment people's videos only because I'm a creator these days. I try to force myself to comment more because I know that it obviously helps people's channels, but I don't really comment, to be fair. Just because I don't for some reason. And there's no particular reason. Anyway, not important. But when I do see you guys, especially if I haven't seen you guys for a while, because I do recognize a lot of you, because whether you guys know this or not, especially in the very beginning, in like the first maybe like 100, 200 subscribers, I would screenshot everybody who I would see regularly, like, because I was like, I'm never going to forget the people who were here in the beginning. Even now, I still do the same. Like, people that have been here, people have been subscribed for years. Like, I can't believe that. Like, to me, I physically don't understand how that's happened. I was thinking about this just now. I was like, how have we gotten here? And I just want to say that I didn't know how, like, like, like literally necessary this channel was going to be in the trajectory of my entire destiny. Like that's how serious this is, and that's why I have to say thank you to you guys. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to me. Thank you for taking the time to click on the video. Thank you for taking the time to comment. Thank you for your patience. Like the patience you guys have had. I'm all over the place. Like in the rest of my life and everything that I've ever done, I'm always like, very much on time, regular, discipline. And to be fair, in the first like couple of years of me having this channel, I did upload every single day. I did used to upload every day, and I really want to get back into that habit again, like because I think that would be for the best. But anyway, you guys, so many of you have stuck around. You don't have to, by the way. I'm not saying it's an expectation. It absolutely isn't. You guys know how I always say that, listen, my viewpoint is God created us all for our own lives, our own paths, our own journeys. You go where you need to be. Even if it means not here, it doesn't mean that I'm against you, doesn't mean you're against me. You go be where you need to be. You go and thrive, and you go and win in life, and you go and be who God called for you to be, and you go out there and you go hard, and you don't go home, go hard. You know what I mean? And I would wish the absolute best for absolutely everyone and anyone. I am so paranoid right now. Sorry. So please, like, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for your patience. Thank you for your actual time to like actually think about the things that I'm saying. Because like the main reason why I started my channel, is because well, the truth is, and those of you being here before, gonna be like, how many times she gonna tell us this story? We already know the story. The Lord told me, and he was like, just start making YouTube videos. I'm like, what the heck should I do on YouTube? Because the first thing is, I got many different skills. I could be all up here making cooking videos. I could be doing story times. I could be making teaching videos and things to do with science. I could be doing all sorts of things on YouTube. I could be doing dance videos. Like I could have been doing so many things. I'm like, what should I have been doing? And he was like, just talk. And I was like, just talk about what? He's like, just talk about whatever you want to talk about. And when he said it, it seemed so offhanded, just talk whatever you want to talk about. Like, that was the kind of the energy, like, said. He was like, and I know why he did that, because if had I known, had I known what I know now, I definitely would have said no, because I didn't expect to be here. I really didn't. And yeah, it's been hard, but it's been so worth it. And you guys are the ones who've made it actually worth it. And you guys are the ones who have been pivotal. Like, it was this time last year, literally November last year, I was thinking, you know what? I'm ready to just up and disappear to Alaska. As you guys know the story, how I want to disappear to Alaska. And then the Lord was like, and I was like, God, yeah, I just want to disappear because I just don't want to have to, whatever, socialize, and like life, like it's really hard for me, and I don't really feel like I fit in anywhere, and like I'm just like I also don't really like the attention, and I have so much I need to figure out. Like, I've got all these reasons why it's best for me to completely separate myself from everybody else and let everybody else live happily, and I just go and like get out of the way of like people's happiness and people's whatever, and then I can just go and whatever. And then the Lord was kind of like, yeah, but what about the winning team? And like, now that I think about it, like, and the more I've been thinking about it, I've been thinking, wow, like I've actually, like, I can't walk away now, because I've formed this kind of like, I formed a bond with you all now that like I can't let go of, I've realized. And it's crazy because previously I used to like talk in my videos at the very beginning. What the heck is in my eye? It looks like there's something in my eye. Anyways, my eyes always look like there's stuff in it because this is stress. You see how there's all these brown spots on my eyes? It's stress. That's what it is. I promise you, the day that I get to sleep for like maybe more than for like at least a month regularly, normal hours, watch these spots go away. Anyway, hold on, I have to remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was saying that when I started out, I wasn't talking to anyone per se. I was just talking, right? And I would talk, and I would kind of have a very dissociative relationship with YouTube, i.e., I would talk. If people would like comment, I kind of see it like people are responding to the video, but they're not necessarily responding to me, and I'm not necessarily thinking about the fact that I'm talking to a person, or that I'm aware I'm responding to a person. It was just really weird. It was very like dissociated, right? Because obviously that's one of my, I guess, survival tactics I've used in life, is dissociating, right? Which I've realized that I'm really, really good at that, which is the problem actually. But it's also why I'm a really good scientist, but it's also the problem a lot of the time. But anyway, so then when I realized that, like, oh my gosh, I'm actually forming relationships with people, like, personally now, I was kind of in denial about that for like at least a steady year, maybe a year and a half, and I was like, I was not ready for this. Like, I didn't mentally prepare. Again, if I had thought about it and I was mentally preparing for that, I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? Because it seems so overwhelming. And again, I don't want to, like, I have so many fears when it comes to just a lot of things. I don't want to lead people astray. I don't want to ruin somebody's day. I don't want to like cause anybody any pain. Like, it's just, and I think it's because I've seen a lot of people do that. Obviously, everybody's an adult, and like, I know that everybody's an adult and they can do things for themselves, and it's your responsibility to look after yourself, etc., etc. But also, I know that I've seen. I guess it's another form of, like, I guess one of my very many issues is that I know that whether I if I put myself in a position, I will be held accountable, for that position. You know what I'm saying? That I've placed myself in. And so that's why I don't take these things lightly. That's why, to me, when people are like, oh, let's get our channel to 10 million, I'm like, brother, do you know how stressed I am right now with my 600 and something? I'm like, do you know how stressed I am? I'm like, there's that many people there. Lord help us all. You know what I'm saying? I take it seriously because I do truly care, and that's what I think. It's taken me a while to get used to, like, actually understanding that I am talking directly to people and intentionally talking to people. And that's actually what's made making the videos more difficult, you know what I'm saying? In a way, because now I overthink everything. But again, why am I making this video? To say thank you, because in the midst of me and all my issues, you're still here, and I'm so unbelievably grateful for that, you guys. I am so grateful. Like, I'm grateful for myself, like I said, I feel like I've gotten so much more out of it than you guys in a lot of ways, because you guys leave comments, you say things, and they ring bells in my mind, and I remember you guys' comments. Like, I don't always respond to the comments, and it's annoying because I always say to you guys that I want you to comment, and I always read the comments. I just don't always respond, but a lot of the time it's because I'm a very slow burner thinker. Like, I take a while to think about things. Like, I can sit on a thought for like 2 weeks, and bearing in mind the fact that I designate a good 2 to 4 hours every single day to thinking alone. I want you to recognize, so every day, but for at least 2 to 4 hours minimum, and it's actually a daily requirement for me personally as a person. That's why I'm willing to sacrifice sleep anyway, because I need time to think, right, and process. Otherwise, I wouldn't be the woman I am. It's part of what makes me the woman I am, you know. And so I be really thinking about the things that you guys say. Like, you guys have really said some things or shed some light in ways that I really never thought about. And that's always what I've always wanted. I'm a deep thinker. I love thinking, and I love thinking because I feel like the brain is just a beautiful machine that the Lord created, and He created us to be critical thinkers, to be logical thinkers. He created us in His image. You know, when the Bible says God created us in His image, He created us so that we could, you know, to some extent operate in the same way He does, you know. So I'm thinking, because I'm thinking about the things I care about. What can I do to help the kids, to help further investment in the younger generations? What can I share with you guys that might be helpful, beneficial, that might help you guys move forward? What do I need to do within myself that's going to make me a better version of myself, and make me, you know, closer to whoever this incredible woman that God has created for me to be, that I'm on the journey to becoming, you know? So it's important for me to like have people that give me critique, is what I'm building up to. People with different perspectives, different opinions, different views, and different angles that they're coming from, different generations, different whatever. It's really important to me to hear the opinions of those people on the topics I talk about, because I feel like the real answer isn't like, I don't have the answer, and you don't have the answer, and the next person doesn't have the answer. Collectively, us together, when we talk together, figure out the answer, right? That's how I look at it when it comes to winning. I just see myself as the one who gets us all organized and keeps us all on track, essentially. You know what I'm saying? And so I cannot possibly articulate the amount of value I have gotten out of you guys at the winning team. I cannot possibly, I couldn't quantify it. There isn't enough money in the world to compare to the value that you guys have added in my life. And I truly mean that, because the rabbit holes that you guys have sent me down, the information that you told me, the conversations we've had, even just sometimes the way that you guys are, like the way that your lives are, and the way that you do things, or the way that you think, right? It just says a lot to me, right? And especially the fact that somehow all of these different people, all of us from different walks of life, different opinions, different whatevers, would somehow like find ourselves all here together for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And the channel wasn't always the winning team, so it's not even that it's been about winning per se, you know, because like a lot of you who've been here for a while were here before we had the full-blown rebrand and whatnot. So I just want to say to you guys that I am so incredibly grateful, and I want you to know that like this is truly a team. Whether it seems like it or not, it is a team. And like everything you guys do and say, I take it in and I really do stew on it, right? And I really do think, okay, what is it that needs to be done? What is the priority? And that's why my videos always are. It might not be what's exactly happening, but it's always what I feel like is the priority. Either what I feel like is the priority that we should be thinking about, which I'm going to do a separate video about that as well today, or it's just me sharing with you guys about my journey. Because the important thing for me is that so many I miss I feel like the world is lacking authenticity, you know. Trisha Paytas happens to be one of my favorite YouTubers. In fact, I think she, if not, I don't want to say she's actually she's definitely not my favorite YouTuber, to be fair, because anyway, but she's been one of my favorite YouTubers from the beginning. Like, and I've watched her for like well over 10 plus years, like, because I don't know if you guys know this, but this is really funny, and this is just so Trish as well. She's been on YouTube since like the second week YouTube started, like literally, and she has a whole story about why that happened, and it was all to do with how she had to send a video somewhere, and so she was searching for a site to send videos, and then she just happened to come across YouTube, and it just happened to be like the second week, and then so she's been on YouTube, like she's the YouTube OG, like the OG YouTuber, right? And what I loved about her videos, and what I always loved about watching her, was like she's so authentic. Like people judge her, and like I wish, if anything, I did what I was supposed to do in the order that the Lord gave me. But if there's anything that I feel like I missed out on, is I feel like I missed out on like not presenting myself so put together. And that's one thing that I struggle with now, because now when I share about myself, it's like, oh, you realize that yes, she might be intelligent, she might be able to do this, that, and the other, but her life is just as much as craziness as the rest of us. In fact, maybe even more chaotic. In some aspects. And I just loved her videos because I always found her so relatable. Like when she would be sitting on the kitchen floor crying and just like going through it and having emotional breakdowns and going through this and that and all the very many emotional roller coasters, I found it so incredibly relatable. And I still do. Like I find it so incredibly relatable and just so real. And even though I could see that people were judging her and being like, oh, she's crazy, oh, she's so this, why would you put this on the internet, blah 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 blah, and all that stuff that people would say, I was so grateful for that she did. Because like from where I came from, and like from what I've been through in my life, like I'm so used to people just like, and even it's society today, you know, people always want to put their best foot forward. It's always about showing the so-called best of yourself. And I feel like it gets to a point where the best becomes inauthentic, as in like we're just showing it's like we're putting on a play, we're literally just acting. And I know I've been saying that a lot recently, but it's true. Like we're not being authentic, and I feel like authenticity is what actually helps people. Because for me, and like with what I was going through in my life, that you guys now know about, that I wasn't telling any single human about, watching Trisha Paytas cry on the floor in her kitchen, sobbing, you know what I mean? Or you know, eating a Domino's pizza and feeling beside herself, and all of this stuff was so helpful for me, like as a person. Like she's a key character as to how I've got to where I am today, because it showed me like she was being authentic. I didn't feel like I was crazy. I felt like, oh my gosh, so people actually go through things, you know. And that's one thing that I have kind of against the adult population, is we've become a bit too good at and just not even just adults, but per se, well actually it's the responsibility of the adults. So that's why I always say the adult population, on social media. Unfortunately, we've become too reliant um, on filtering. And like yesterday or a couple of days ago, I heard that apparently there's filters on FaceTime now, and like I thought FaceTime was at least the one last place where people could just be like in their house, like washing the dishes on FaceTime, or like sitting on the couch, you know what I mean? Or like in your garden, or I don't know, in your car, or I don't know, you know what I mean? I thought like, is this where we're really at, where like even on FaceTime now we have to filter FaceTime? So when I'm just sitting now, so you're telling me that now if I now want to FaceTime whoever, now we all know I won't be doing that. I don't filter my videos. I've barely made an effort to be here now. As you guys know, I don't edit my videos. I'm not even wearing makeup other than a little bit of mascara, which is like from like earlier this day. My eyebrows aren't even done. There's nothing else that's going to happen other than this, right? So you guys know I'm not going to be getting caught up in none of these filter malarkeys because I can't be bothered, right? But it's just so inauthentic. And so I really decided, courtesy, that I was going to be authentic, is what I'm trying to say. But then because of that, you know, the horrific thing with that is it's so rare that people are so real that I was like, I don't know what's going to happen like to these incredible people that I've met, you know. And like I said, obviously people should do what's best for them. So the fact that you guys have stuck around, so many of you, despite everything, is insane to me. And that's what I'm saying about in terms of being grateful, because I feel like there's some element of like always in the back of my mind where it's like, you know what, the winning team, people, they get it. And it actually helps to silence the voice of the devil in my mind, if you can imagine. Because sometimes I'll be thinking, oh my gosh, why would I say this? Or why would I think that? Why would I this? I'll upload the video and I'll be thinking, like, you know, I'll be thinking, oh my gosh, why did I do that? You know, and like even now, like, you know, a lot of times I'll like, and I've heard other YouTubers that do this, and they're not even making videos as like, you know, open as mine are. Where they'll say like, I upload my videos and then I like immediately go to sleep. Like I'll put it when I go to sleep so that like they can just be up and I can just like kind of forget. I so be doing that as well. Like I just upload them in another time where I'm like definitely not going to be available, or like in the middle of work where if I panic and want to take the video down, I can't. Sometimes I do need to take the videos down, like genuinely, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, the point being, I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for everything you guys have done. I'm grateful for your patience. I'm grateful for your thoughts. I'm grateful for your teamwork. Like I said, this is a team. Whatever that means won't come into full fruition probably until I'm not sure exactly when. But I promise you this, that me calling this a team and saying we're a team, I'm not using that word lightly at all. We are truly a team, and I do truly see us as a team. And I appreciate that. You know, I didn't really recognize that I would be doing this in any stage of my life. Like, it's so funny though, because like, I don't know if I'll tell you, for those of you who may not have been there, oh my gosh, hold on 1 second. So I've always, every time I've ever been on a team in anything in my life, right? Whether it's just like you're literally just playing a board game with some people and there's like 4 teams and you'll have to come up with a team name, whether it's at school and we're playing sports and we're split into teams and we have to have a team name, whether it's whatever it is, right? Wherever you go where there's a need for a name of a team, right? I have always, for a long time, said we're going to be called the winning team, whatever team I'm on. I'm like, our name of the team, what's your name of the team? The winning team, right? And it's funny because there's nothing funny than hearing people say the winning team is the winning team. But anyway, so it just kind of is funny that like, and I would always do it because I've always genuinely truly believed that like winning is for everybody. I've always wanted to have a team of people that's like, we all do different things, we all got these different incredible different skills, talents, and whatever. Like, this is why I love One Piece. I just finished One Piece. Can you imagine, guys? 1122 episodes, and I just finished One Piece this week, and I bawled my eyes out, by the way. Absolutely bawled my eyes out. So good. But one of my favorite parts about the One Piece is that you have a team. They're a team. Every single one of them has a place on the team, and their skills are all different, and they're all important. You know what I mean? And they have different like skills on the boat, and then they have different skills in combat, and in also just in situations. So you have Zoro has a sword, fights, protects the ship, always the first to notice when something's off, yada yada yada, right? But he fights with the sword. And then you have Sanji, who fights with his fire leg Sanji, right? And but he's the chef. You've got Brook, he's a skeleton, he's light on his feet, has this tiny thin sword, but also he's the ship musician. Then you have Robin, she's an archaeologist, right? So she knows all about the history, which is going to help massively for Luffy's goals. But then she also happens to have her very cool power, which I don't even know how to describe her power, but basically she can make hands, she can make limbs of all sizes, of all whatevers, right? Then you have Nami, and she can like manipulate, understand the weather. She's the navigator of the ship. She knows exactly what to do. If they didn't have a navigator like her, they wouldn't be able to do what they need to do. But then also she can like manipulate the weather as well in terms of her power with her, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called a tact, whatever. And you've got Chopper, who's half reindeer, half man, and he's also great at fighting, whatever. But he's a doctor as well. He's a ship doctor, and he whatever. And like you go through all of them. They each have like something about them that's really specific about them, right? They all have their history. They all like even come from different places. They all have a different role on the ship that is like, if that person wasn't there, then they would be screwed. If they didn't have a doctor, they'd be screwed. If they didn't have Nami, who can who knows how to navigate, they will be screwed because they wouldn't have noticed things. Like, she notices things as soon as the slightest change of anything, she noticed it. They didn't have Zoro. While the rest of them are goofing around, he's always the one who's first to notice danger, and who's the first that whenever something starts flying at the ship, he would have already sliced it with his sword before you even thought other people have even realized anything was happening. You know what I mean? Like, without all of these people and without their each individual things, the team doesn't work together. And when you see the team in action, it's absolutely beautiful. That's why I cry my eyes out during One Piece, because I just think it is the most beautiful thing ever to see how incredible of a team that they are as a group. And I have not named all of them. Oh my gosh, Frankie, and how he, you know, he's the shipwright. He built the ship out of the Adam tree. Oh my gosh, the Adam tree. He built the ship out of the frigging Adam tree. He can build the greatest machinery. He's got all of these extras that come out from the ship now. They have a submarine that's in there. The ship can actually fly in the thing. It's got its own cannon. His body is like three quarters of a machine anyway. And it's just insanely cool. And it's so cool. And it's just amazing. And I'm just like, you know, Usopp, he's a sniper. He also is kind of good at building up weapons and advancing people's weapons. So every time, it's just like everything that they do, although he's useless for most of it. I'm not going to lie, it's very annoying. Usopp is really annoying a lot of the time. But anyways, I digress. But you get the point, right? They're a team. Like, they all have individual things. They all came from different places. They all joined onto the ship at different points, right? But they all have a collective goal. They're collective goals, and they're all working together, right? And they all have each other's backs. And because they're such a strong team, they as a team is such a huge force to be reckoned with. And that's something I always knew was possible in the deep pits of my soul, my whole entire life. And I just never understood why it wasn't possible for us to do that. Because I'm like, it doesn't, all it takes is for us to all work together for the greater good of humanity as a whole. You know what I mean? And whatever you feel passionate about, whatever your part is to play, let us know and we'll support you. That's what I love about like Luffy, because Luffy's like, he has his dream. They all have their own individual dreams, right? But they also are all working together for the collective dream of pursuing all of their dreams. And they also all have the collective vision of the morals and values of, you are loyal to those people who you call your friends, and you stick up for people who are in injustice and things like that. It's just the most beautiful thing ever. Like, what I would give to be on Luffy's ship. But the thing is, I don't have anywhere near enough to offer the amount of that these people have on the ship, you know. And that's what I love about the team element. Like, so when I say all of this stuff, you know, I know we live in a world where people like just say a lot of stuff and they just say stuff. And there's a lot of people, I'll be so real, as a YouTuber, I can definitely tell now, oh my gosh, did I just call myself a YouTuber? I'm kind of a YouTuber though, but as a YouTuber, there are a lot of people, I see other YouTubers where I can kind of tell that, like, I can tell that they say stuff and they like big up their audiences and stuff, but I can tell that it's all very, transactional, as in like they know what they're getting out of it and they're kind of happy to like marinate the people and kind of be like, oh my gosh, like obviously I can tell when YouTubers really mean, like, because a couple of days ago I was watching a video and this girl was saying, well, I'm so grateful for this, it's all because of you guys, and she was so sincere, and a lot of them are sincere, a lot of them are also very insincere, a lot of them have just learned that if I just like say nice things to the people, they're gonna love me. And that's why I keep it 100 with you guys. Like, that's why if I don't feel like being consistent, if I don't feel like I can make a video and I don't feel like I'm making it in the right spirit, I won't record, because you know why? It's disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to do it just to try and be fake and just to, I don't know, build some kind of something. If I'm going to be here, it means that everything and all of everything that you're seeing is 100% authentic. And so to be doing that, to have the vision that I have and the dream that I have of a team, right? And to actually have come this far with you guys, and then for you guys to have truly added so much value to me, and in my life, and also just the fact that because we've all done this and because we've gotten to here, I truly now I'm at the point where I feel like the possibilities are endless. Because like I'm thinking, with everything that's going on in the world right now, like we're not shocked, are we, guys? We're not shocked. We're not shocked. We're not surprised. We're not taken aback, right? We knew it was a year ago. I was saying to you guys about the winning season, planning for the winning season, getting yourself ready, knowing what's to come. I was telling you guys, judgment is coming, yada, yada, yada. Buckle up, get ready, spend some time with the Lord if you haven't, this, and the other. We've been talking about various topics. We've been addressing different things. all of a sudden I'm seeing the word Hollywood popping up a lot more frequently, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, isn't it? So rather interesting. But the winning team, and that's why I am saying thank you to you all. Like, you guys truly are the best of the best of the best of the best of the people in the world. I have met the literal most incredible people through this YouTube channel. I didn't never expect it. When the Lord was just like, I'll just talk about whatever. And I'm like, but no, and I'm like, okay, oh, you know what? I'll just talk about the things that I want to talk about that nobody else seems to want to talk about, because nobody else wants to talk about it. And my brain feels like it's going to explode if I don't express what I need to talk about. And then I just started doing it here. And then lo and behold, one after another, I start to meet these people. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is so cool. And then before you know it, I'm like, and I can tell you the only notification that just consistently stays on my phone, because sometimes I have to turn off my notifications on various apps, which is one of the things I will have to do, unfortunately. Again, the one notification I'll keep on, YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio. Because YouTube Studio is the one that tells me when, well, so does the YouTube app, but the YouTube app also tells me about other stuff. YouTube Studio is only popping up notifications if somebody's commented or something's happened on my channel. And so that's the one that I always keep on. And I just get giddy. And sometimes I'd be like acting a fool in front of people, because they'd be like, why are you smiling? I'm like, listen, I need to talk to my people. Okay? I need to talk to my people. My people are talking. All to say that I'm so grateful, and I just hope going forward and in the future and to infinity and beyond that I can offer you guys at least as much possible value in return as you guys have offered me. And I'm actually looking forward to it. Like, now I feel like I've accepted that this is where I'm at. I have a channel, I have my people, I'm talking directly to them, we're a team, you know what I mean? And this is real, this is happening. It wasn't the plan, but I am happy to be here. I must say, I am very happy to be here. And I really just think that, like, we've started something really beautiful. And I'm just so grateful for you guys. And so that's why I just wanted to take the time just to say thank you to you all, and thank you to the Lord, most importantly. You know, I don't know if I should do like a separate whole video about thanking the Lord, because boy does he deserve his thanks. But thank you to the Lord, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. He was like, just start recording. And I don't know where I found the strength when I was depressed. Like, I'm not depressed, and now I'm very, very happy. And like, well, I'm not happy all the time, to be fair. I've been quite miserable this year, but I have the difference is I truly have the joy of the Lord is truly my strength. You know, it says that in the Bible, the joy of the Lord is my strength. I have this internal joy and peace and contentment with the Lord. And a lot of that I found along the journey, and a lot of that I found out due to me making videos and like studying and learning, meeting new people, and like meeting a reality that I've never had before, which is like just people that are themselves, that just do live their life, but we can all come together respectfully, you know, care about, you know, have a better sense of morals and values, care about people, love people, whilst also being authentically our individual selves. And it's just been a beautiful time. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. I look forward to the future. Thank you for being around. If you do watch this video, please do comment. Just to say, to let me know that you're still here. I love you all so dearly, and you guys are literally right now one of my most key motivations to like do some of the things that the Lord is telling me to do that I'm not so keen on doing. You guys are a key motivation for that, I must say, because yeah, I'm like, I've got a team, you know what I mean? And that's the point of having a team. When you have a team, it's like we all have to pull our weight, we all have to be held accountable, we all have to do what we need to do, you know what I'm saying? And it's a good thing, because God, that's what God created. He created a community, he created these things so that you have reasons and things that not just your own intrinsic reasons, because you should have intrinsic reasons, the most intrinsic of all being, you know, the Lord being the center point, but also the extrinsic ones, the external ones, which is the people around you, the people that, you know, give you a reason when you're struggling in other areas to have reasons, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. And you guys really provide that for me a lot. Not saying I'm putting the pressure on you guys for that, I'm not saying that at all, but like just your simple presence, your simple patience, literally the patience and the presence is all that I could have possibly ever asked for. And then on top of that, which is even more valuable, just you guys, is just who you guys are is the gift. nothing other than who you guys physically are as people. That is literally what it is. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you dearly. I hope you're all doing really well. Yeah, a lot is going to happen in the future in the world, and I'm glad that we are here together. I'm always thinking of you guys. I love you so much dearly, because if life is a game, then let's play to win. God bless you. God loves you. I love you. I'll see you in my next one.